Hi, students. It's me, Catherine, your professor for this class. I wanted to just go over a couple things with you for this week. Looks like you're doing pretty well with the HTML. This week, you're going to be getting into working with CSS. And so your required readings for the week, read chapters 10 through 16 in the HTML and CSS design and build websites. And then also read applying CSS to putting together in the htmldog.com. And then I would do the readings first. I would suggest that always. And then you will go and finish up the Code Academy HTML and CSS, Intro to CSS, um, CSS classes and IDs, and then CSS element positioning, and do all those sections. Um, Now, I did have one student email me and tell me that there was a bug in lesson 6 and lesson 26, and it has to do with text decoration. So if you hit that bug, just skip it and move forward, and because I know about it. And also, if you find any other bugs in the Code Academy, take a screenshot and email it to me just so I know what's going on. Okay, so so for this week, your individual assignment, I want you to create a draft of your website that you're building for your final project. So today you had to submit your proposal for your website. So now I want you to after you've done your finished your readings in your Code Academy, you should be ready to start putting together your layout and design for your website. And I would start with a home page and then put links to the other pages that you are going to be including on your website. So you know how to save your files on the Unix server using FileZilla, transferring your files from your local machine over to your public HTML folder. And then what I would like for you to do is just submit the link to your homepage, to your website, and basically just create your design and layout and design using HTML and CSS. Now, I wanted to remind you that you can download all of the HTML and CSS code from your book. Also the JavaScript stuff, but we didn't get into that yet. And this may help you design with the different design features. So, for instance, if we go to this link, this is the link to download all the code that's in your book. It's pretty awesome. You've got your structure, text, you've got lists. If you want to do lists, how to do links, images, tables, forms, and flash, audio, color. And so basically, you can actually download everything, and I did. If you just click on here and you download, here it is. So here's the folder that has all the chapters, and it's got examples for each one. So if you want to go here, so this is this page. So in order to view this source, the code, you just right click and view page source. Okay. Now it looks a little weird when you copy this. If you copy this and put it into your, oops, no, put it into your file, into your editor. This is brackets, by the way. I hope some of you are using it. It will do the indents automatically. So like you see it over here, and it's like one long line, and it's not structured, not indented. When you paste it into brackets, you got it there. Now, if you notice on this page, there's no doc type here. Okay, and I noticed for all those pages, there's no doc type. So you have to remember that you need to have this at the top of your page to let us know what type of HTML file you are dealing with. So this is just this is just to help you when you're doing your design and layout. The code is there for the different features, and so I mean, you know, I think it's just probably makes sense to use. Here's one on images. Um, let's see. So adding image, this is will help you with the height and width of images, how to place them, and this is all covered in your book. But this is actual pages, so um, you can see the code. All right, so here's an image, and then we're gonna look at view page source. So there's the code. That's how you got that there. And you want to play around with the width and height. You can. I explained it in the book for you, but this is something you just could play around with depending on what you want your features to look like. So yeah, I wanted to you guys to make sure that you could use this the code that is in your in your in your book. It's online and it's available. So that's going to help you. Also, make sure you, when you're designing, doing the layout for your website, that you take a look at the final project guidelines because this is basically what you're going to be graded on for the. So this is here. So here you say you have to make sure all of your pages work. And this is the validator. I put this link up for you. Make sure you validate all your pages, and I'll show you that real quick. And then for design, these are some of the design components. Make sure it's visually appealing. You did that first assignment. You looked at some pretty bad websites and kind of got an idea of what not to do, and also you found some good websites. But by now, I think you should be have a good understanding of what's a good design for a website. Just because you are in technology, the technology field, and I'm sure you visit a lot of websites. HTML, make sure the links are appropriate, that they work, and you have all of these components. Now for your first design, I mean, this is the final project, right? So, but for the assignment for this week, I want you to get as much design done and formatting with using your HTML and CSS, okay? You're gonna have to add some JavaScript, but we haven't gotten to that yet. And here's some images, multimedia. Depending on what your topic is, you wanna integrate these things. So again, I would go back to your book that's online, and look at the code for the different different features that you want to add, and then you can just copy the code and put it into your web page, and then make some changes accordingly. So I want to show you the web validator. So it's this is a web page that's in my directory on the server. SUNY server. So we go here. This is the link. I put this up there. It's the markup validation. So you put your URL right in here, and then you say check. And so this one isn't bad, but they do tell me that I could consider adding a language attribute to declare the language of the document. So this will work. Obviously, it works in the browser, but and then I'm not sure, this character encoding was not declared. I'm not quite sure what that means. And I think I can just probably Google it. But it basically will tell you if you're Okay, I don't think that really matters. That error message didn't really matter. And this is just a warning. So warning means, maybe you should. It's not a So this is actually this will be good. But you want to make sure you check all of your web pages, the URL by putting the URL in here, because it'll, if you forgot to put the doc type, it'll tell you, but you want them all. This is gonna make it so your website is able to be read by the browsers and without any problems. Okay, so this is up also. Let me see. Yeah, so here's a link for that. And so then there's also a review sheet for CSS, and then you're gonna have your quiz on CSS, which will be next Monday, a week from today. And you can use your book. You can use to answer the questions. But I encourage you to actually to do that. And I think that's probably it. Okay, so this week is CSS, and then next week we're going to get into some JavaScript. It's almost going into week 4 already. And as I said, this class moves really fast. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me if you need to meet me or my TA. She's very knowledgeable in this, Rucha, and if you wanted to do a video Skype too, we could do that, a video meeting. All right, so I think that's it for now. So have a good week, and make sure you've got your quiz on HTML tonight, and that's due by 11:59. Okay, and then whatever assignments that are due. I think there's a couple other things due tonight, but it's all up on Blackboard. Okay, so looking forward to your final projects, and actually looking forward to reading your proposals today. Probably read them tomorrow. And yeah, so email me if you have any questions, and I guess that's it. Have a great day.